Now, if the corporations make money on the backs of consumers, then corporations are the people with the biggest what? Checks. If the corporations are the people with the biggest checks, they're the ones that cut the endowments to the education system. So the education system is going to teach what corporate America wants them to teach. That's why you don't have entrepreneurship 101. Because if you had entrepreneurship 101, you would then own your own Tide, your own Gain, your own Crest, your own Colgate, then you wouldn't need Procter & Gamble. So they got to teach you at an early age to get a job so you can keep spending your hard-earned dollars and making corporations wealthy, and corporations then tell education systems what to what? Teach. So you're going to teach what they say teach, which is business administration, which is finance, which is accounting. Teach them how to work for someone. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's a big circle. The minute you get that and get mad at your situation, you're going to become self-educated. So, Brian, what are you getting at? It's simple. The government took your money off the top because they had you believing that the best thing in the world to do was get a W2. Highest what? Tax bracket. Now, because they took the money off the top, they already robbed you of one ink pen. Because they could have taught us at an early age to start a business where at least you would fall into the middle way, tax bracket. If they really should have taught you at an early age, like they teach wealthy people, like wealthy people know, is the money pays the least amount of way. So we already got robbed coming out the gates. Now, because we got robbed with the taxes, you get a credit card your freshman year knowing you're the most vulnerable. So they robbed you again. High interest rate what? Loan. So they robbed you again. Now, because they robbed us at the table in our most vulnerable moments as a freshman in college, now your credit score is what? Down. So now you pay higher what? So they robbed you again. Now, because you're paying high interest, and now your debt to income ratio is lopsided, you can't qualify for what? So you end up renting for the first 10 years of your life instead of building equity, so they robbed you again. So because you're building equity in somebody else's, I'm not knocking renters, I'm just giving you how they set it up. Because you're building somebody else's equity, and now their apartment is being paid for by 10 or 15 of our different rents, they're building equity, you making their kids wealthy because they just passed their kid the apartment complex. Okay. So now, because our credit is down, we can't get a house. So now, because of that same credit, we got to go get a car. But then we're paying high what? So now we buy 3 cars. Now they robbed you again. You own 1, but you paid for 3. So they robbed you again. So because we got high debt from credit cards and student loans, because the educational system is teaching us to go work for somebody else instead of giving us the 2 lowest tax brackets, they give you the highest one. Because they're teaching us to be consumers and not prosumers, because we renting and we not owning, because now we don't trust each other, because we ain't got no money, and skeptical people are always broke, and broke people are always skeptical. So now we got a vicious cycle of people who don't believe in investing. So they robbed you again. Because if you're not investing, money's not what? Not working for you. Which means you'll always have to what? Work for money. So the cycle continues. They robbed you 6 times before you're 25. Am I right? People wonder why we're here. People wonder why we meet every 4 months. Because you got to gas up and remember why you work in the business. You got to gas up and get around some business partners. High five, dap it up, clap, give me a pound this week. You got to do all of that. Why? Because if you don't, capitalism is waiting on you to fall back into mediocrity. And to start saying stuff like this, you know what, man, don't even worry. We're gonna be all right. Start having meetings with your family where you start just giving up on your goals and dreams. and just settling for the status quo.